Thank you, Anna, for everything, and I really appreciate all that you have done. And I've learned a lot throughout the course, and I know that as long as there is a will, there is a way of solving. Everything is possible, and life is about development and not the opposite. So thank you, Anna, for giving me the opportunity to do that. I feel that I have like a low connection with my mind. So what I've done just to be able to have a little bit better connection with my mind is to create pressure on my mind, so that after that I'm able to speak a little bit more easy. I often do that before I do my presentations, or when I when I do something like presentation or something that requires me a lot of talking. So I don't know if others who stutters who may do the same thing or not. So when I went to school, I noticed that I had trouble speaking fluently, normally.
Who noticed that?
My friends and teachers.
Do you remember how it happened first time?
No, it was a long time ago. They made fun of me throughout my life, especially when I was young, to the 7th grade, 8th grade. I remember our teacher told us to write an article about a subject we like and then speak in front of the whole class. Some of my friends had done theirs and it was my turn. And my article was about Eminem. I tried to speak normally, but I couldn't. As I spoke, I would speak like I want and all of that. And as I did that, my own friends would laugh and I would feel so much pain in me. So much pain. To just think of being in that age, which I was, to go through all of that pain of sadness, of humiliation. I had so many moments where I would speak and suddenly I would stutter, and I knew as soon as I stuttered in front of my class or new children that I would meet, the sadness would begin. Throughout my life, I've had pain as my constant partner. It would affect me a lot. And it's not just one day, it's each and every single day. Every day is the constant pain. Knowing that, alright, I will go to school and I will meet, and they would know that I would have this problem, and they would just waiting for me to say something and to have a laugh at my expense.
When did you go to the first speech therapist first time?
When I was really young. I remember when my parents and my teacher said about logoped, that they will help you. I thought that this would solve the problem, and I got so happy. I thought, oh yeah, now I will be able to talk normally. I will not be so stressful about how I speak, but focus on enjoying life, as normal people do. But when I went to the logoped,
you can say speech therapist,
they would say, all right, breathe in, breathe out, these exercise, and then also say to me that I should make a melody of what I say, like sing all that I say, like, how are you? I'm fine. And they would say these things, and I would do it with the conviction that this would solve my problem finally. But it did not solve my problem, because speech imperfection is about the lack of moving whole word, and they were doing something else. So that speech therapy did not work. It did not work at all. And I went to the speech therapist many times, many times.
Oh, okay.
Different speech therapy. They said that stuttering is something that they do not have full understanding of, but they think it is a disease. So they were teaching me, assuming that it was a disease. I believe that I was different. I felt that I was like not even fully human. I was looking on the internet constantly, and I saw, I think it was in 2012, one of your videos. I looked into that and I was like, this can be it. This can be the solution. But I was unsure because you did not have so many videos back then. So I did put that aside and I focused on other things. I had developed different methods of handling my stuttering, such as controlling my speech through force, using another word to say a word I could not say fluently. There were a lot of different videos on instructions on how to heal or cure the stuttering
sickness.
Yeah, and I tried to do that different ways. One of them was to focus on my breathing while I talk. And it did not work. And I tried many other, which I do not remember. I was using these methods to handle it, so to speak.
They call it techniques.
Yeah, such technique will not work, especially when it comes to career, job, where it involves high level of communication. Such technique will not work. I was in constant search for a solution, and so I saw your videos and I saw other videos also, but it was your videos that convinced me this is the real solution and not just bullshit, so to speak. And so I continued to see many of your videos, and after a while I started to make a strategic plan to get the necessary funds at the right opportunity to do this. So I worked for 2 months, got the necessary funds, and did it.
The key word, you worked. And you worked not because it was pleasant, because you had to do it. It was a necessity. I just want to emphasize, you did it because you had to do it. Without the money, you wouldn't be able to invest in your own life. Okay, so when did you decide to finally take the Etalon class?
4 months ago, because I needed to solve my speech problem in order to open more possibilities in my life. The very thought of stuttering all my life, I thought that I would do anything just to not do that, so to speak. Day number 1, I did a lot of mistakes, but once I learned how the system works, the way of speaking, what is the problem I have, it became easier to speak without non-correct speech action.
What day did you give me already speech and you graded yourself with 5?
It was the first day.
Exactly. First day. What happened on the second day?
My speech became even more better as I focused upon moving better and better. The word stutter became less and less, and as long as I focused upon moving the words, stuttering will not happen.
Of course, but the moment you are not focused on moving the whole word, you will immediately stumble.
It is a very efficient way of solving speech imperfection. It goes into deep about what the solution for speech imperfection is. Whatever you want to do in life, whatever that might be, stuttering will not benefit you. Do all that you can, whatever you have to do, to get the necessary funds for speech education from Etalon. Because I've tried many things and none of them have worked. But it is only the Etalon that I've tried, it has worked. You see it by my own words. All things are possible as long as you have the will.